witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Mickey Ward, weighing in at 64 kilos bang on. He's 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 178 centimeters. And he'll be up against Michael McKinson. He's 175 centimeters tall with 179 centimeter reach.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Introducing first, Irish Michael the Problem McKinson. This fighter out of England fights from the southpaw stance and can be very hard to...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Lowell, Massachusetts, here is the exciting junior welterweight world title challenger, Irish Mickey.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Back and forth they go. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Ward in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Good work out there.
You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your boxing back together.
I'm missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
That was a terrible round, that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Careful, one shot at a time.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Missing with the hook. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The jab just got blocked. Why weren't they covering up? How are they still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back in.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ward in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, just get your breath back.
Just box it back together. Put him back in his place.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots.
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of defense here at all. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Figure out the combination to this save.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Oh, and they got rocked! What a moment this is! And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five. Can you continue?
Let's talk about McKinson in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I like that, I'm happy. You were thinking,
Right, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be...
don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
These punches coming from every angle. The jab doesn't quite connect. How nervous nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That counter shot lands. Nice exchange here from both men. Trying to land that jab. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. About Warden that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. That left hook won't score. Well done with that counter shot. Nobody home with that hook. His jab just got blocked. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Warden that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Stay focused.
On to the 6th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Which fighter will say no mas? Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter shot. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Warden that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You got to go back out there.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that jab swift.
You're switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. There is.
And get back out there and win the round.
Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Only catching air with that hook. And he scores with the counter. You know, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
They both want a knockout, you can tell. This fight has a real good flow to it. Swing and a miss with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Warden that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Terrible round that was. Come on. You let him back into the...
Yes, I like that round.
Round 8, and we're off again. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That counter shot lands. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And he misses with that straight left. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The judges have spoken a unanimous...